Well, Hal here with more Empyrion. The new build of Alpha 8 has dropped. We had to start over. We have already come close to circumnavigating the entire planet. I just have a little bit left over here to do. And the developers are starting to cheat this time, so we're going to get a base set up. But first we have to get started, so let's go. Alright, so just to show everybody what's going on here, we have landed over here. Basically did just the very beginning things. We did skip the tutorial because of the fact that I wanted to get into the game as fast as possible, and I wasn't expecting to do as much off camera as I did, but like I said, we basically circumnavigated. We explored a bunch of this area, and then we set some waypoints, and we came up around here. Now we actually have a couple. If you notice this Promethean deposit, there's a lot of what looks like to be stone around it. It's actually a poison forest around there now, and this one doesn't have that, but the one up here does. So if you look at your map and you see areas like this, those are going to be the poison forest areas. So there's a good chance you're going to find Promethean in there. There's probably a couple more because there's 12 deposits on the planet, and we haven't found them all, but we did find a bunch of hostile things like the listening post and advanced spaceport. These things actually have the alien laser turrets on them, and they are pinpoint accurate. So if you get within range to detect them, stay away from them as much as possible. They were shooting at me out to about 450, between 450 and 500 meters. And just to show you how serious they are, I've died 3 times so far. We're only about day 3 or so in the game, so yeah, it's been interesting thus far. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick these up actually. And these, so some of the stuff we got from looting the POIs, and most of it we actually have just been stopping and picking up whatever resources we can along the way. I am actually going to just have you go ahead and queue up a few things. We want you to get a base starter. We will need a generator. We will need a fuel tank eventually. Solar capacitor, large constructor, and a solar panel. Alright. Now I did shoot down one of the drones, and we actually need to make some more ammo. What I want to do though is I'm going to basically recreate what we were working on last time, which is an underground base, and we should be, where's it at? There it is. We should be close enough to that thing that we should be able to get a small SV together very quickly, I hope, and then get up there, because I want to get up there for trading purposes. I want to see what they've got and what's available for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start mining some of this out. As you can see, we're ready for sunset, and I'm probably just going to dig this out overnight. If it gets too cold for the character, then what I'll do is I'll just advance night by sleeping in the tent. So let's make sure we have everything on this side set up. Looks like it should be good. We are going to have... No, don't want that many. Let's get rid of those. Okay, so we're going to do 10. That'll give us 250. Yeah, that should be good. Because we don't basically only need the ammo in the case everything else goes to pot. Right now we haven't seen any patrols, so I'm not too worried about it. But I do think what we will do is we are going to go ahead and do a bit of a time lapse while we dig this out, because people have been asking for it. How much crushed stone do we have? So 59 crushed stone. Stone dust from 5. That's going to be 10. It'll give us 11. And I didn't see what it said that it outputs. Outputs 20. So that's going to give us, what? 220? Alright. That takes 2, so that'll let us queue up 100. And then I'm just basically trying to get an idea of what the, and that's 1 cement, so we'll be able to queue up another 100 of those. Okay. So hopefully that should give us enough material to get a very small base going. We don't need anything overly complex. What I will do is I'll probably just put a solar panel over here somewhere so it's not quite on top of the base, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting this stuff out of here. So let's get it done. And we're back. So this is actually quite a bit of time after the last portion was recorded. So what ended up happening is we recorded the time lapse, recorded the rest of that episode, and the recording software decided no, it doesn't like the file. And, since I record in MP4 format, it corrupted. So yeah, we are actually, I don't know, something like 3 hours, 4 hours of real time after after where we did the original cut. We have recently gotten a warning that we've got incoming hostiles. So we are going to show you what's going on. Yeah, it's been an interesting weekend. So, all right. So yeah, as you can see, we have upgraded the exterior panels. We now have 4 large solars here, 2 in the 2 predominant angles. We have put in a gunnery turret. I'm waiting to see because we haven't gotten any of the actual drones to show up yet. So I keep expecting them to show up. Alright. But we'll go ahead. We're going to head down here. As you can see, we have an elevator coming in and out of here now. We have the reactor running. We have our crafting station. We now have an armor station. And we have armor, so we are no longer dying every time the weather changes. And we've got some basic supplies in here, including our ammo. And then some of our additional gear. Alright, so basically what we ended up doing is, like I said, after we had everything going before, once we got everything down here set up, we went and did some mining. Basically took the bike out and went over and got, I'll show you. So if you remember, there was a small chunk of Promethean in the area. We went and mined that out really quick. And then we basically went up and around through all of this, and we went and pulled out some Promethean. Now, I didn't grab any of the copper because the fact that we've been just pulling the surface copper out. But we may need to go get some more iron. I think actually we are mostly out of iron. In fact, I'm going to go check that really quick. We'll just sit here and do it this way because we can. Where's our constructor? We're going to access. So yes, we are mostly out of iron. Now, they have updated a lot of the graphics, as you can see. I think we may have talked about this earlier. This is one of the biggest updates that they've done, or the most recent update, is they have given us all sorts of new custom icons, which is actually kind of cool. There we go. We did it that way? Yeah, okay. So basically, we're just refining down the Promethean ore. We're going to have this thing make a bunch of fuel packs for us. And oh, you know what we didn't do yet? We didn't make that. We need to make multi-charges. We're gonna make. Let's get rid of those. Get rid of that. We'll have it make a few of those, and then we will have it go ahead and queue up. Yeah, that should be good. Alright. Now, the reason I wanted to get this stuff, so we're going to let's go over to our first cargo box. Thank you. We're going to replace the survival tool with the actual multi-tool. We have our rifle, and we've got some ammo. There. Whoop, let's get out of there. Alright, so it's been a long day. What we need to do is we need to get some iron. Honestly, the best way to do it is probably going to be recovering the stuff off of the surface. Oh, because we only found one of 15 deposits, so maybe there's more down here. So let's see here. Which way was it? Try to remember which way it was we needed to go to get off the island easily. I think it's that way. Yeah, so we'll go this way. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a search. And we are going to get that out of our hand so that we can go wee. Alright. Alright, so let's get over here. And hopefully not kill ourselves. Okay. Alright, so we're going to get... You are... regular stone. I thought I grabbed all of the what should be rock drill. Thank you. Yes, you're large. Okay, so we're gonna go here to there, I think it is. There. Yeah, once you have your armor, it's much easier to get around places. I just want to make sure. Because I think like I said, I think we've pulled most of the material off of these things, but you never know. Never hurts to check again. And then obviously goosing the jetpack gets you around a little bit faster. And we are going to do that. And we're going to go looking for some iron. Silicon. Lots of silicon over in this hill. I was actually really surprised by just how much silicon rock we have over here. But I do want to get some iron, so we're going to come over this way. And you are just stone. More stone and silicone. Alright, up we go. I'm really hoping to be able to find some iron. Oh, there's a copper. I mean, look at all this stuff. This is crazy. So, before I forget, one of the things that I did find out, and I found this out by trial, at the time that we record this in the build that we're in 802, build 1623. The newbie area, because you're basically the starter planet, is with the Promethean areas, the radiation zones. If you have at least light armor, it should be enough protection that you won't die from the radiation poison. You actually won't take radiation damage. Now, when we were doing this earlier, we did have an issue where for some reason we weren't taking damage from hunger. And I thought maybe I was like in God mode or something for some reason, and I wasn't, because we were losing stamina and we were losing food, but for some reason we just were not taking health damage. So when I restarted, and I think that might have been what was causing some of the problems with the previous recordings, is because I had to keep starting and restarting. And I think that may have caused some problems, but it seems like everything is fixed for now, because we are, as you can see, obviously gaining stamina, losing stamina, and losing food. I do want to go here. Let's see. Well, not seeing any iron. Seeing a lot of copper, though. Alright, so I think what we're going to do... Alright. Where is... Okay, set that, set that. What's over there? The listening post and the advanced spaceport. I really don't want to go that way. Let's go back down here. Because when we did this last time, we came up and around, went that way. So we're gonna go out around here and see if we can maybe find something other than hostile bases. There we go. Okay. That'll get us started at least. So let's get this thing turned around. And what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and do one real quick cut. See if we can find something, and if anything exciting happens, I'll bring you back. So, we'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. Now, what we've been working on, as you can probably tell, is mining up as much of the iron as we can get without causing ourselves entirely too many problems. One of the things that I think I've said before, and I'm going to reiterate this time, is that mining with the drone has become kind of a mandatory thing. With all of the changes that they keep making and all the constant updates that they've made as far as the mining mechanic is concerned, it really seems like this is what they're wanting, is for us to do this until you get the auto miner. Once you have an auto miner, you can just plop that on the surface and it'll actually pull all the resources out for you. So, and then if you have, depending on how you have your difficulty set, there is an option to turn off auto miner repletion, which means once you have an auto miner and you put it on, say, a good iron node, you can continue to pull resources out of it indefinitely. Which is not bad. It's not a bad idea for the multiplayer. Now, there is a build restriction on how close auto miners can be. So basically, if you are playing on multiplayer and you have a couple of people in the same area, the first one who gets the auto miner down is going to be the one who has the control of the node. So now that doesn't stop you. I don't believe that stops you from manually going in with a drill and digging stuff out. So you do want to keep that in mind. It's very possible that even though you place something, if somebody else comes in and physically extracts everything, your auto miner will not do you any good. And then when we're done, just hit F5. Okay. Now we want new marker, iron deposit. We're going to head that away. And we're going to head back to our base. So I got lucky. When we were out and about, we basically got to like the third area, the third waypoint, and we ended up finding the iron. So, you know, I'm not going to knock small favors. You are vegetables, which we can turn into protein. Aha. That's actually important, because we need, I think we need, oh no, we need plant fiber for fuel. That's right. Which I think I actually have some. We might do a little bit of stopping on the way back, but I do want to get back to the base, because I'm hoping to be able, let's see, the trade outpost is there. So we are going to go this way and continue on our way. here. It's good to know what some of these different plants provide as far as materials are concerned, because they have changed things up. So where you used to have a bunch of different types of like different types of vegetables, where you'd have the perthing fruit and you'd have, you know, the tomatoes, and you still have tomatoes, you still have some of the other stuff. There's one. Ah, there it is. Okay. When you plant it, you actually will have specific things. And we are needing to go that way. That went up the hill. But when you're out and about in the world, you can actually, you'll get mixed vegetables. It's just an item called vegetables. And that's got the, what used to be the peppers and, really, you know what, it's just going to be easier for us to do it on foot at this point, I think. Let's see if we can get up here. Because what I want to do is I want to get back to the base. So the idea is to get back to the base, and we will start getting things processed. Like I said, I do want to get over there in case the drones show up, because really, I swear, man. Alright, let's go this way. But yeah, I'm still waiting for the drones to show up, and I'm kind of worried about not being around the base, because what they will do is, if you are not within draw distance, traditionally they will show up and just wreck your base, because your base will not attack if you're not nearby. Which I still say is a really crappy mechanic, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Alright, so if we go this way. Alright, non-hostile insects, also known as free meat. Let's get over here. Not to be confused with fresh meat. Oh, crap. So we're gonna go. Yeah. Trying to get back to the base. And I think we need to go to there, right? You know what? We're here. Let's pick this up really quick. You know, no sense in leaving materials if you can help it. I think we're gonna go just like this. Yes, I know I'm not wearing my helmet. Hey, look at that. Okay, so we made it back. Mostly safe. I'm wondering if the drone showed up and it actually shot it down, because it looks like the cannon's in a different position. And I have it set up so it should only be attacking hostile drones. In theory, at least. Yeah. Interesting. Alright, so maybe it's actually attacking drones now. We'll find out hopefully at some point. Did I... Oh, that's right, because I didn't put the ventilator there, I put it over here. Alright, so we'll have to seal that off. And look at all this lovely, lovely Promethean. Go ahead and grab all this, grab that. We're going to drop all this stuff off. Actually, I'm going to pull this out. And because we cannot use Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you are. I want, no, give me 5 of those. Yeah, we've got the stuff for it. All right. Now over here, we're going to place this stuff in here. We're going to grab this over here. And then we need to make some food. Sweetener and spice. What's the food on that? Wow, that's actually really good. Alright, so I think we're going to have to be looking for some spice and natural sweetener here in the near future. But for now, since we have all of our stuff over here, we're going to go ahead and get this stuff queued up. We're going to start making... where are you at? We want to make our small our SV, and we are going to make a bunch of steel plates, hopefully. You know what, let's go 100? Yeah, we'll make 100. We need a cockpit block. We need a generator. A fuel tank. Actually, we're going to make 2 fuel tanks. Nah, we'll make 1 for now. Small ammo box. 2 cargo. A refrigerator. Where is our RCS? There it is. Yeah, RCS. Okay, I think that's everything that we can make right now. When we hit level 7, which should hopefully be here shortly. Yes, level 7 should be fairly soon. Alright, so once we have level 7, we'll be able to start the SV. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take care of that off camera. But I want to thank you all for stopping in today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit those like buttons. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to throw them down in the section below. And if you have any, you know, anything else, like any suggestions, whatever, you can also find us over on Twitter. You can find us over on Discord. Links to both will be down in the box below. And I think that's about it. So if you're new, you enjoyed it, and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. And we will see you back here next time for more Empyrion. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. So now I'm thinking maybe go to a little hunting tonight. Get our food supply up. And hit level 7. Mwahaha.